planet of Armageddon, a hive world of industrialized warfare. The Orcs, led by warlord Ghazghkull Thraka, have brought a giant war to bear upon the Imperial planet and the denizens that inhabit the sprawling hives. This, the third war for Armageddon, is set to be the largest yet. The conflict would draw in over 25 Space Marine chapters, dozens of Astra Militarum regiments, several Titan legions, and cause the immense destruction that litters the planet. Throughout this campaign, hundreds of battles were fought. Today, we focus on one small skirmish that took place. In the grim darkness of Hive Infernus, the World Eaters Legion, led by a fierce and demon prince Angron, lay siege to Sector 7G1. Isolated and under attack from 4 million bloodthirsty chaos cultists, a desperate defense was mounted by 80,000 Imperial conscripts, 20,000 Cadian shock troops, and 10,000 reluctant hab workers forced to bear arms. Their sole mission, to keep the Hive's defensive guns operational at any cost, as survival hangs by a thread in the face of this relentless chaos incursion. Amidst the overwhelming odds and the fury of battle, the fate of the Hive Infernus rests on their shoulders. Will they endure and triumph, or will the Hive's flame be extinguished forever by the dark embrace of chaos? As always, if you do enjoy this content, do hit the like button and subscribe, as that's the best way to support the channel. With all that being said, let's kick off today's slaughter. Here we go then, ladies and gentlemen. My god, already, the insane chaos horde surging right in to the open waiting moors here of the Hive Infernus. Today is going to be a brutal fight already. You can see the conscripts here gunning down thousands and thousands of chaos as they pour into the open wound that they've created. You can see here though, oh my, the defenses of the Hive, ladies and gentlemen, are extremely powerful. They will be letting out salvo after salvo of highly explosive rounds as the chaos try to storm the streets here. But my god, the Imperial Guard here, their abominable resolve is going to be holding back this tide. Look at them, trying to clash here right forward, breaching their way into these little gaps, and they are getting gunned down really, really quickly. You can see then, look, every now and then you'll just see, there it is, the insane firepower of one of the Hive defenses, just annihilating chaos in its wake. Oh my, ladies and gentlemen, today it's going to be a brutal slaughter. You can see here, these are our hab workers. Unfortunately, we don't have a model for the hab workers, so I'm just using basically insurgents at the moment. Close enough. There they are with their, AK-47s, a little bit, a little bit immersion breaking. You'll just have to pretend that they're auto guns for now. And the chaos, oh look at this. The chaos are piling up outside of the garbage truck. I mean, that's very fitting, realistically. Oh my god, thousands of chaos, ladies and gentlemen, are being cut down where they stand, yet look at them. Surging forward, trying to make a breach here. The streets are going to be filled with blood today, ladies and gentlemen. Plenty of Imperial Guard here, trying to hold these outer walls as the chaos are funneled in to these narrow choke points. But how long will they stay narrow choke points? Already, 135,000 chaos have now been slaughtered. As you can see, there's about 4 million of them in total. The Imperial Guard defenders here definitely have their work cut out, with them only having about 110,000 to defend this. Most of them, unfortunately, being conscripts. They are not the most effective troops here, so it might come down to Arcadians here trying to hold out. Look at this. The outer edges of the Hive are under a brutal siege at the moment. The chaos are storming forward here. Oh my god, bayonets raised, stabbing, trying to penetrate right through that Imperial Guard armor. And they are having a little bit of success on this side though. You can see that the defensive guns are really effective. They just annihilate chaos troops when they get close. Look at this, a fantastic display so far by our defenders, blocking up every single entrance though. As the bodies mount, it is only going to increase the ways that chaos can enter. As you can see at the moment, they're really being gunned down in this open field here, yeah. They haven't managed to push enough troops around this area, which is resulting in a high concentration of firepower here coming out from our guardsmen. Annihilating poor old chaos troopers. Well, that's what you get for worshipping the corrupted ways, is it not? Though they are making progress bit by bit. 4,000 have now perished, unfortunately. Let's go over and have a look how we're doing. As you can see, this is a massive siege across the entire front now of the Hive. The guardsmen taking up the mantle. The bodies are really starting to pile up as well. And as I said, They will eventually go over these walls here, and that is when Chaos will really be able to start breaching. For now, they're basically stuck in a bottleneck. This one's getting extremely close to being opened up. In fact, I think it might... No, we're very close. We'll stay here just for a second, because any second now, this is going to become a pathable body pile. There it is, I think. Yeah, look at that. The Chaos now surging over further and further each side, with every single one that dies, and the blood is already starting to pool up. Look at this body pile that we've got going on here. The absolute insanity. Oh my, these conscripts doing everything they can here to try and stop the Chaos from being able to push into the Hive, because if they manage to push into the Hive, it's going to become a deadly street battle. Here we can see Arcadians now holding the line here with conscripts and hab workers. Unfortunately, the conscripts and the hab workers are the ones who've been thrown onto the front line here. The Cadian shock troops, far too valuable to be put there. Although on this side, they're having themselves a little bit of a field day here. You can really see, though, these body piles are really starting to pile up here. It's going to become an extremely difficult fight. The hab workers trying their best. They're only few in number and very, very weak. But my god, they are tenacious in their resolve here to the Emperor. Look at this. They're actually holding this entire area by themselves, right next to the, the World Services thing. I'm guessing that's an Imperial Guard UPS. Oh my god, this is insane. Look at how long the siege is as well. It has been going across the entire sector here. In fact, look at this. Chaos are actually gaining a foothold, a little bit of a foothold on this outer edge over here. They've managed to push the guardsmen back, right back here to these two little lanes, and now they are surging forward. There is not a strong concentration of firepower in this area. Don't get me wrong, there's a lot of guardsmen currently pointing the guns at this area, but the Chaos that are surging through at the moment, that's a lot of them. Most of them are distracted over here. So yeah, this is getting very, very interesting now. Oh my god, look at all the bullets. Just flying up into the air. Absolutely fantastic so far by the defenders. They've killed over 500,000 of them now. But the Chaos are showing absolutely no signs of surrendering. They are just pushing forward regardless of the insane amount of losses they take. They don't care how high these body piles get. All it means is that more of them can go for the gift of slaughter. Blood for the blood god, ladies and gentlemen. Skulls for the skull throne. And there we can see, look at that. The big, devastating beams there coming out. Oh my god, I absolutely love these things. They are so devastating, and they are the perfect Hive defense. Just sending out massive amounts of artillery, pelting right through the Chaos Horde here. And on the front line here, this is the main entrance here so far to the Hive here. And the Chaos really are trying to push this area hard. But they are taking insane losses in the process. Look at this. The roly-poly team here, a 10 on gymnastics. Absolutely fantastic. But yeah, along the entire sector of 7G1 here, the Chaos are just assaulting this entire area. I mean, they're coming over from that Hive over there, so it's just another worker hab, basically. These are all corrupted workers. It's a horrible, horrible fare here on the planet of Armageddon, ladies and gentlemen. And we've yet to see even the orcs make an appearance. And don't worry, they are coming very soon in the next couple of videos. If we got some very, very interesting scenarios coming for you. But meanwhile, in this one, the Chaos now with 772,000 losses. Still trying to push forward. You've got to give it to them. They do not care about their morale here. And look, they're actually doing this. They're trying to clear out this little street here. They are pushing forward with relentless abandon here, forcing the poor old conscripts here to backpedal, try to find some more decent cover as the corpses start to absolutely litter the floor. Oh my god, this is turning into brutal street fighting over this end, ladies and gentlemen. This is horrific. The front line as a wash of death as the blood is starting to pool up on the floor now. The Chaos storming into this one area, smashing right into the Imperial Guardsman's line. The Guardsmen, though, they are not giving up. They are trying their best to hold here. Though they may be backpedaling, they are only getting to a stronger defensive position. As you can see, they are currently under assault here. This is the main line here. So these chaps really need to hold this ground. Oh my god, look at all the bodies over here. That is a testament here to the resolve of the Imperial Guardsmen. No matter how many of them surging forward, the Guardsmen will stand their ground. Oh no, it's happening, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Chaos insertion from the from right behind. They've managed to push units over the fence. Okay, well, yeah, that was going to happen at some point. Does this mean then that we've had a breach? Where have these guys actually come from? That's... Oh, okay, yeah, so they've come from around here, and they've all been pushing around. So, yeah, we haven't actually been properly attacked in the rear yet. There's not a breach on the other flank. They are simply just funneling around and finding gaps. And my God, look at this. I love this. The city is just awash with corpses now. That is such a Warhammer thing there. God, this game's so cinematic at times. It's absolutely perfect for representing the chaos and carnage of Warhammer. Our front lines are getting devastated here. The guardsmen are really backpedaling here, trying to hold out as best as they can, realizing here they're getting some reinforcements coming over and joining in the fray. Let's go over to the other side of the battlefield. We've had a good look at the front. We've had a good look at the side. What's happening over here now? Let's go from over here. So far, they are still holding the streets here. They've noticed that the chaos that were trying to insert themselves have pretty much been halted. It does look like we've had a couple of defensive stands here from the looks of the bodies. The Imperial Guard here have been pushed back little by little. Going over to our other side here. Oh my days. The entire Imperial force has now been pushed out of this area, ladies and gentlemen. We've still got a couple of... a couple of guardsmen are deciding that they don't want to live anymore and are jumping off the buildings. But yeah, this entire area before was covered by Imperial Guard. And now, oh, the poor conscripts are sandwiched, ladies and gentlemen. They are between a death and a death place here. There is no hope for these conscripts, no escape. They are just going to have to try and take as many chaos with them. Speaking of, look at this. This is now becoming the main defensive flank over this side. Actually, what would happen if this side... Let's go up for a top view. So we can see here that if the entire right side falls here, and it doesn't look like there's actually many troops there, that chaos really could start flanking in to the rear end of the Imperial Guard defense over here. And that is extremely bad. And in fact, look at this. The chaos have managed to push forward. The HAB workers have lost. And it actually looks like chaos have got these chaps in a pincer movement over here. Oh, this is turning deadly really quickly here, ladies and gentlemen. Chaos somehow now actually managing to push forward. The poor old HAB workers desperately trying to hold them back. They've lost 1.2 million so far. 2.6 million of them left. The chaos have managed to kill almost 30,000 defenders. And my God, look at how high this body pile is. Oh my God. It's actually getting as tall as some of the skyscrapers around it. Oh, that is absolutely fantastic here, though. The guardsmen still holding out here resolutely. And look at this, though. The chaos, bit by bit, are making their way right in to the inner workings here of our hive. This is really deadly. The street battles here are getting extremely intense. You can see we've got some Cadians here trying to support our poor old conscripts, but it's just not enough. Holy crap, look at that. Where is the wall? Where's the street? It is now just a wash of bodies. You see that? Look at that. The defensive system there. Oh my God, it's actually been raised off the ground because of the bodies. That is kind of ridiculous. These things are set to in place so they can't move at all. I've set them so they can't move. So that is literally... Okay, it is firing some distant artillery at a target there. But yeah, that has literally been lifted up by bodies. Okay, how are we doing on this side? Are we still holding? Oh my God, I love that. The firepower here from them is absolutely ridiculous. Look at that. It's just blasting apart thousands of cultists with each volley from them things. Oh, that is lovely. Oh, that is absolutely gorgeous. It actually tanks my frames. That is insane to think about, but yeah, I actually lose frames looking at this thing. How is that even possible? Oh my God, I can render 20 million units, but as soon as that gun fires, nope, it doesn't like that. Look at this though. This entire flank has now fallen. The Chaos have paid for it. Oh my God, there's the Chaos paid dearly for it. There is massive amounts of corpses now lining the street, but this flank, actually, the Chaos are getting this entire flank into a pincer maneuver now. Look at this. We go to the overhead. You can see that the Chaos now have really pushed in, and the Imperial Guard are pretty much stuck at this end now. They have got this area right behind them that they can effectively get out of. But let's go over to the other side. Let's see how Chaos are doing over here. Because, yeah, the front line is definitely still holding over here. But, if we remember rightly, there was a little bit of an incursion happening over this far side. Where are we? Over here. There it is. Look at this. The Chaos here now are actually managing to almost completely collapse this entire flank here. That is kind of insane and scary for the Imperial Guard defenders here today. 1.5 million losses to Chaos though so far. Yeah, they have paid dearly for the ground that they have managed to cover. And I just love this street fighting as well. It's so cool to actually finally see some bit of street fighting. I do kind of wish that the city that they made had more elevations in it and stuff like that, a bit more interesting features. Because, you know, this is a new map, by the way, but this is what I'm on about. This map has literally just come out the other day. The developers released it, but like I said, I just wish there was a little bit more elevation to it, you know. Just a cool, more features, few extra things. It feels a little bit too flat. But it is what it is. It is, at the end of the day, really cool street fighting that we get to watch here. And I'm happy about that. The Chaos are just being absolutely obliterated so far. There's only 63,000 defenders remaining though, ladies and gentlemen. It is extremely, extremely tense. Again, we've got another group here that are all effectively cut off from any hope of reinforcements. In fact, this is a massive gap in this flank now. Look at that. Oh, that is horrific for the Imperial Guardsmen. It does feel like this line is getting thinner and thinner every time I come and look at it here. 50,000 kills to the Chaos team now. They really are trying to push this area. How are we actually doing here? Does the flow look like it's actually stemming at all? No, it doesn't. It looks like the Chaos still have almost infinite number, with 2.1 million of them remaining on the battlefield here. Though, the question is, will they actually be able to push all the way back and take out the defenses here of the Imperial Guard? It is getting into a sticky situation across the entire line here. Sorry, I just wanted to come back and look at these things again. I absolutely love these. Just obliterating the poor old Chaos Horde here. Oh my god. Look at that kill counter. When them things go off, the kill counter goes up by like 3,000 every second. It's absolutely ridiculous. You can see, though, our Imperial Guardsmen here on the top. Very, very good field of fire, actually, for them. They can pretty much blast any single cultist that they like from up here. The lines are holding strong. The bodies are piling up really, really high. Oh my god, this is getting really intense for the Imperial Guard. Certain sectors of the line are faltering, but they've gotta hand it to them. They are actually still holding it somehow, even with all these bits of like the lines collapsing here. Like, they're still holding the ground. The Chaos have not yet pushed fully into the center. So, it's going to be really interesting. But what I think we're going to do quickly, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what side to go to. So, I think what we'll do is, no, we'll go over this side. We're going to do a very quick time-lapse camera, because I want to see what happens over here, actually. Will this side falter? That is a question that I'd like to see answered. So, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be back in a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, with that, it does look like this entire right-hand flank now is destabilizing for the Imperial Guard. You can see him here trying to desperately retreat down this narrow alleyway, but unfortunately, I think at the other end of it is more chaos. Look at this. They are pouring in from every angle now. The poor old Imperial Guard desperately tried to hold off, but they've been completely encircled in this area now. The Chaos forces surging forward now. Oh my, yeah, when this area falls here, there is going to be... oh, it's going to be horrible, because this entire flank is going to be in jeopardy here. It's already struggling to hold on here. Arcadians really, really laying down the smackdown on the Chaos here, but it's just not been enough so far. Look at the insane body pile that we've made here. The streets are entirely just flooded with blood. Oh my god. The Chaos, though, are pushing forward bit by bit, ladies and gentlemen. They have managed to breach now, by the looks of it, most of the outer defenses here. Apart from this one line here, this is holding very, very strong, it must be said. This has been here for absolutely ages. They've just been slaughtering them, and I've got to say, I bet it's a large thanks as well to the defense weapons that they had over this end. Look at this, the Chaos. They're pushing into the HAB area now. Oh no, the poor conscripts desperately tried to hold them out as they just flood down the streets. The entire front line is in jeopardy, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at this. The Chaos really have just breached now beyond the wall. This is going to become a desperate street fight from here on out. You can see that these alleyways are already awash with blood here. Imperial Guard desperately trying to hold out wherever they are. This is actually still holding over here. They've got a really nice, like, they've sort of made a lovely little defensive line here. Ah, that's actually kind of good. That at least will hold back the Chaos a little bit on this angle, meaning that the entire flank hasn't collapsed yet. Oh my, look at this though. Where has the defense gone? The Chaos have managed to breach, despite, look at this, they're actually attacking one of the defensive platforms. Oh no, this thing really needs support at the moment. Come on, conscripts, you desperately need to help out the defensive gun here. You cannot let it fall. Oh, there it is, the second defense platform coming to its aid, just annihilating Chaos. But look at that, the surge forward as more and more Chaos come in. I actually think it might be dead, ladies and gentlemen, at this point. I think this gun has now been obliterated, unfortunately, at this point. Look at that, the Chaos Horde. It is gigantic in size. 1.5 million of them are still remaining. Let's go for a more overhead view. Let's see if we can see what is actually happening over here. So yeah, there is basically a little gaggle of troops stuck over here in street-to-street fighting. That defensive gun, oh my god, look at that, that was absolutely brilliant. But yeah, the Chaos, it's got to be said, they're doing it bit by bit. They're managing to push in to the inner sanctum of the Hive here. The streets are awash with blood. And let's go have a look at this flank over here now. Has this entire flank collapsed yet? Yeah, I think it has now. I can't see any more fighting on this area. The Chaos now free to roam through the HAB areas and are now proceeding to, oh my god, attack the flanks of our poor old Cadians over here, trying desperately to hold on. Let's have a look, see where they go. They are surging their way forward here, right into this little intersection. Yeah, this entire sector now is collapsing under the weight of the oppressive Chaos forces. Though the Chaos have really paid for it. Them body piles over there are nothing to be sneered at. There is an insane amount of dead Chaos cultists. Oh my days. But the defenders here, desperately trying to hold on. Their resolve is still not broken. They know that they can hold these alleyways and kill hundreds of Chaos in the process, which is exactly what they're doing. You can see here the Imperial Guard desperately trying to form some rudimentary redefense here in the background. This, though, I've got to say, ladies and gentlemen, I'm very impressed by this specific area here. The body pile is insanely high. It's literally coming, what, 3 stories? 4 stories is this? What is that? 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's almost a 4-story build. In fact, it is a 4-story building high. Okay, that is extremely impressive. Let's go back over to this side, though. Let's see. Are the Chaos actually surging through the streets over here? Yes, they are. That means then that entire flank has now collapsed and more brutal street fighting is going on as pockets of resistance here are formed from the Imperial Guard, backing up into neat little alleyways here. Oh my days, that is an absolute funnel there. You can see, though, some defenses are still going. We've got this one here. This needs to hold on desperately. Come on, Imperial Guard, rally around it, defend it. It is absolutely devastating at that. Look at that. Just a trail of death that it leaves behind it every time it fires is absolutely magnificent. Oh my, come on. Give us another good old volley over here. Oh no, it's killing things that are very close to it now. Fair enough, I wouldn't blame it. I'd be doing exactly the same. Yeah, look at this. The Chaos are actually swarming all over it here. It's trying its best, but it can only shoot one volley at a single target at a time. Come on, fire another volley, guy. There we go. Yes. Oh my god. The point blank there. Look, you can see the Imperial Guard, though. They're leaving the defense platform to it, unfortunately. It's going to get quite a few kills, though, before it gets wiped out. Do not get me wrong. But the Imperial Guard here are now basically in a pincer movement from all sides. It's getting extremely difficult now to even keep a track of the actual flow of combat here. So yeah, it does look like then in this area that we've got a bunch of Imperial Guard that are currently in the midst of a pincer movement. So it looks like then that the actual combat now has been split into 3 areas. We've got that area over there, we've got this area of combat here, and we've got this last line of defense here. A few old conscripts and a couple of HAB workers. Oh, there is a couple of Cadians here, though, in the mix as well. 2.4 million kills to the defenders so far. And there's only 15,000 of them remaining, ladies and gentlemen. Things are getting extremely spicy and hairy here. Oh my, the Chaos are surging forward. No resolve here for their own safety at all. Just, they do not care. They'll happily sacrifice themselves to the Blood God. You can see up here, guys on top, just laying the smackdown on top of them. They must have had an absolute field day for this entire match. How's our front line doing over here? Yep, it's still doing what it's doing. It is an absolute meat grinder of Chaos cultists pushing over the top of their dead comrades, only to be greeted by extreme last fire to their face. This has been absolutely insane so far. If you have enjoyed this, ladies and gentlemen, do leave a like and consider subscribing. If this is not worth it, I don't know what is, quite frankly. This has been absolutely fantastic. The Chaos here is surging through every single orifice that they can. Every single little gap has now got Chaos cultists surging through it. There's just an overwhelming amount of blood over the floor as well. Like, because it's a big flat area, you've got to think, that's a lot of bodies. That's a lot of blood. Oh, look at this. The Chaos are literally coming from all angles now. This entire flank has fallen. What is actually left over here? Have we got anything left? No. Oh, God, look at this. You can see the streaks. Okay, yeah. This streak here is from where our defensive platform has been absolutely annihilating them. That is fantastic. But yeah, it does look like then that this pocket of resistance is the only thing remaining over here. This little square, apart from the chaps on the roof, this is the only square remaining here, completely surrounded on all sides by Chaos cultists, stabbing their way through the poor old Imperial Guard here. The Guardsmen try not to let up. They know that they're doing this for the Emperor. They need to hold as much ground and cost the enemy as many casualties as possible. But Chaos, ladies and gentlemen, is insidious and cancerous like. It cannot be allowed to spread. The Guardsmen know that. And therefore, they will fight to the absolute death. Oh my God. And I think, to be honest, they're going to be granted that death. The Chaos here, completely surrounding them. We've got a little gang over here as well, in the little alleyway, outside this lovely little cafe that I would recommend you visit. Oh my God. 2.5 million kills have been attained so far. That is no small feat by our defenders. There was only 100,000 of them. But to saying that, there is like 9,000 remaining now. And I would go ahead and say that most of them would probably on this front line. They have been causing Chaos so many problems over here. Like, the body pile is just frankly ridiculous. In fact, look, you've even got a little ladder to be able to climb up the side of it, should you need to. Look at this. Oh my God. There's a little alleyway as well that I'm trying to get through. This has been a devastating, devastating defense so far. Absolutely fantastic. Oh my. Look at this surge of Chaos. Oh, look at all the bodies as well that just line the street. I mean, that is a sight. There's so many dead and so much blood. And yet the defenders are still holding out, ladies and gentlemen. Still killing Chaos. Let's go back over here. Let's see how we're doing over this side. Like I said, 8,000 remaining. I don't know. I think it's pretty much GG here for the defenders, maybe. They've got the guys... Oh, God, look at that surge. Yeah, they've still got the guys on the roofs, though. Oh, maybe. I don't know. Someone's just fallen off a roof there. Oh, that would look very, very brutal. I think it was actually a Chaos cultist who got flung off the roof, maybe. Maybe he tried to storm a couple of troopers up on the roof up here and was just like... Nope. Yeah, look, there's a couple of Imperial Guard up here. And a couple of dead Chaos dudes. Yeah, okay, yeah, some Chaos guys tried to breach the roof and one of them just got flung off the roof. That's a pretty brutal way to go, but that's what you get for being a member of the Chaos Cult. Look at that in the background. That insane surge. I've said that word so many times now. I'm even annoying myself with the word, but there's no, you know, how else do you describe it? A deluge. No, that's no. It's I've completely forgotten what the word is. I was going to say pandemonious, but no. Someone will tell me what I'm trying to say below. I'm sure of it. Preposterous? No, not preposterous. Pompous? Pompous, that's the word. It's too pompous. Oh my God. But yeah, I'm going to lay off the big words because apparently they confuse my brain. We're going to go back to what I know, the absolute slaughter of Chaos here. 2.6 million have been killed, and now finally the Cadian line here has been absolutely attacked in the back, attacked in the rear from the gear with the Chaos here. That all rhymed, even though it wasn't meant to, but it did. Look at this though, the defense holding out, resolute. They are not yielding here. Let's go have a look over here. Like I said, unfortunately, I know the camera's bouncing around a lot, but there's just so much sporadic combat at the moment, it's really hard to keep track of. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's pretty much all over on this side now. That pocket of resistance is over. There's none left on that side. So the main focus now then is over here. We're going to stay over here with this combat because I'm pretty sure things are going to get pretty spicy here now for our defenders as the Chaos starts surging into the rear. Yeah, these are our last 7,000 troops here now. Look, noticing that chaos are behind them, they've formed a rudimentary defense here, and they're really making the chaos pay for it. These shock troops are not to be snooted at. They are extremely, extremely experienced and deadly soldiers here. Go back over around this side. Again, same difference over here. Cadians holding the line, not letting the chaos push too far forward, because they are really in a pincer movement here. Literally, their only hope at this point is to pile up the bodies of the enemy so high that they can get onto the roof and get some relative safety. I mean, if it carries on at this rate, I think they might actually be able to do that. There is only 6,500 of them remaining here, ladies and gentlemen. Oh my, oh my. What an absolute brutal defense this has turned out to be. What we're going to do quickly is a hit at a time-lapse camera while we see what actually happens here. Will the chaos actually manage to breach the rear line, or will Arcadians hold out strong? We'll be back in a moment. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like our poor old Imperial Guard here are being rounded up and killed by the chaos. The HAB workers of poor old Sector 7 G1 here, their defense was absolutely formidable. They've so far killed 2.7 million Chaos cultists, and they're still holding out with 4,000 remaining troops here. You can see that they are going to fight to the absolute death here. Vox messages have been sent out to main Hive to let them know that this place shall fall pretty soon. However, they have put a significant dent in the chaos numbers in the incursion in the area. This would mean, hopefully, that some Blood Angels can come along and help to clean up the sector. Because, my God, is it deserved to be saved? Because these guys have put up a monumental defense. Remember, 4 million against 100,000. It has been an impressive display here by our defenders. Let's go see over here. Look at these body piles that they made. All along this front line, just thousands and thousands, literally millions actually, of Chaos cultists have been killed. And the blood pools, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, look at this. We've got a massive one over here. We've got another one here. Let's go have a look at this one. Let's see how deep it is. Oh my God, little Timmy. Do not get out a rubber dinghy. Get out your goddamn merchant ship. That is some deep blood that we've got there. Crone, Corn, whatever you want to call him. He's extremely happy with this one today, ladies and gentlemen. In fact, I'm surprised that there's not going to be an incursion from some bloodletters. Maybe. Maybe. Who knows? But look, our poor old Imperial Guard defenders now, numbering only 3,000, desperately making their last stand here, knowing that there's no way out of it. Oh my God, look at this. The insane deluge of death. So much blood has just been spilled on the front line. I absolutely love it. Let's go have a look, see if there's any other little pockets of resistance that we can see now. No. Oh, look at this. The last flickering lights of defense over here, ladies and gentlemen. Or whatever the sad trumpet. I don't know how the sad trumpet song goes. I'm sorry. But whatever it is, sad trumpet song inserted here as our poor Lascadia makes his stand back to back there with a conscript. Look, all the goddamn cultists surrounding him, all pointing at him. Oh my God. And with that, a new swarm, a new surge, ladies and gentlemen. Look at this. Hold it out. Oh my God. Soon the bodies are going to pile over this wall and it'll become a new pathable area. That is look at how tall this body pile is. Oh my God. That's a little bit glitchy, but at least we can see actually how tall it is. That is ridiculous. Oh my days. The last few here holding out, and the chaos have rounded them all up. Ladies and gentlemen, our defenders, absolutely stoic defense here, but unfortunately, it has not been enough to save them this day. And with that, the Inquisitor goes beneath the ground and decides to overload the reflector field. I do hope you've had a blast, ladies and gentlemen. I know I have. Please do comment, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. A massive shout out to all our channel members who help to keep this channel going. And as a bonus reward, your extra content is now available, so go ahead and check that out. And if you're not a channel member, why the heck not click the join button below? And why don't you go ahead and check out the Chaotic Pinky website? Links are in the description. With all that being said, as always, until next time, peace.